Alright guys, part 2 of the water line install. All kinds of craziness in this video, including an unexpected shower, so stay tuned and let's get this party started. Check that out, guys. I'm absolutely astounded by the way that's working. It is working awesome. Right here close to the road, I was able to really push my luck. I had a little better traction on the gravel. We got her buried every bit of 40 inches deep. It's working great, but we have met our next obstacle. This is our issue here. We got to get around this culvert pipe. Culvert pipe is right there. That's actually the one we put in. The water line is right here. We're going to try to sneak through that gap right there. Hope it works. Hope it works. I'm not too worried about busting the water line, but the phone line's with it. I don't really want to get the phone line. So Matt's going to come up here. He's going to grab him a couple rocks, set them over out of the way, and he's going to try to guide me straight down through and around there. So we'll see what happens. All right, here we go, guys. Let's see if we can get snuck past this thing.
You're on a pretty good trajectory, but you might end up having to go right a little bit. Yeah, we're just going to have to redo your little berm you had in there. See your pipe there? Goal is to make it right off the edge of that culvert. Look at that. We're gonna sneak right past that baby. Hold on, let me get that big rock. Need like another inch is all. There you go. Like a glove. You made it, you're clear.
I had some fancy plowing right there, but by golly, we made her across there. Going across the new driveway here. It's a rock stuck in the track, don't mind that. Whoop, hold on.
Need to go that way.
Getting cocky, I got ourselves in trouble. I gonna make it?
everybody. We got about 20 feet to go here, and we'll have to create a splice. There's the end of it. That's 1,000 feet. That's the end of 1,000 feet on the maiden voyage of the waterline plow. Up. With an electric line in tow. Just so everyone knows, that was an obsolete line.
That's that dead line that went to that trailer.
So I just told him it was an obsolete line. What do you think there, DP? That worked out pretty decent, didn't it?
Really well.
Cool.
I think I found the latest water leak.
Yeah, definitely. Coming from up in there.
All right, I'll tell you what, unfortunately, oh my goodness, that's a soft spot. We are like 20 feet from the dang water line. So I think what we're gonna do is we're probably just gonna dig the rest of that with the mini excavator. I don't see no point of plowing that. So let's get this out of the way. Let's get that dug up and located, and then we'll start getting this all connected.
Okay.
All right, we have found the water line coming out of the meter right there. We found the phone line right there. It's got a big old goofy splice on it. That has nothing to do with us. I think that's where we put the phone line in with the water line originally, and then they come in and put their drop on. That's where they made their final connection. But we got in true plumbing fashion, we're one fitting short. Oh man, I lost my sunglasses. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut that line, let it bleed out while we run to town and get lunch and get the fitting we are missing. But I don't want to do that until I open that frost-proof hydrant up there, because I don't want it to siphon the water out of the hot water heater in the house and all that good stuff. So we're gonna run up there and open the hydrant real quick.
So I have a question for you. Is it a hot water heater, or is it just a water heater?
Depends on what part of the country you're from. Around here, we're not real smart, so we call it a hot water heater. But technically it's a cold water heater, but that's a whole nother video. All right, off to the faucet. All right, if you get wet, I apologize in advance.
Oh, I'm sure all that gravity is gonna feed down here.
It's only 1.5 inches of line. I don't think that's a shovel. There, buddy.
It works pretty good. Got me where I needed to be. Hey, my foot's getting soaking wet.
You got your escape route?
No. I'm gonna give her one of those for a minute.
That ain't gonna matter. You got a lot of water coming on. You're gonna have to cut and run, buddy. Cut and run. Well, it wasn't near as dramatic as I was hoping for.
Getting more dramatic by the second. You just wanted me to get soaking wet.
I kind of did. All right, well, we're gonna let that bleed out. Run town, grab some lunch, grab a few parts we need, come back and get her hooked up.
Yeah, I think it needs opened up a bit. Can you reach down in there? And...
Nah, I'm good. We'll be fine. All right, guys, made it back from town. We got our 1.5 inch PEX. No, that's not 1.5 inch. Our inch PEX we started off with. There's the line we're going to tie into, which feeds the water system up here at the house. We're actually going to put coupler, bushing, and then we're going to go to Ferguson compression fitting. Got the glue, got the primer. Let's hook her up. Well, there's that end all hooked up. We'll head down, hook the other end up, and see what happens. All right, back down here at the other end. That's actually 3/4 coming out of the meter, so we got a fitting there to go from 1 inch to 3/4 to tie directly onto the tail coming out of the meter. We're gonna loop over, hit our new ditch here. We ended up just digging this last, it's probably about 25 feet, which we were short, and come up here, and you guys can see this is where we ran out of pipe whenever we were plowing. There's a major water leak right there, which was probably part of their problem, and I'm pretty sure we plowed past another one up there where I was sliding around a little bit. But we're gonna get that laid in here, get this connection. It's crazy. We'll see it again after we get it cleaned up, but the mess we made right here versus, you can hardly even tell we went up through there, and we're doing the same job, installing water line. But we'll let Matt get that connection made. We'll reel our pipe up here, make this connection, and crank on the water and see what happens. Last connection.
Gosh dang it.
You catch your pipe too short, didn't you?
No, my hand slipped off of it. It bottomed out.
Hold that down for you.
Or you can just sit up there and BS.
I'm doing important stuff. It's not too shabby. We got a little over 1,000 feet of pipe in the ground. We've only got 3 connections.
Yep.
Versus the 50 or 60 connections before.
The glue and run.
Now we just gotta hope it don't leak.
Yep. I guess that depends on if you test it before you cover it up or not.
Well. So we're heading back up to the house to bleed the air line out, check everything on that end, and see what it looks like up there. I don't know if you guys can see down there, but I'm taking the 120. I'm just kind of going right down that plow track, kind of hoping to close up that ditch and smash her back down. Can't really see behind me to see what it's doing, but it looks like it's all going back back pretty good with very minimal disturbance. And the most impressive part is that we've checked like 3 or 4 times. We're a minimum of 30 inches deep, mostly 36 to 40 inches deep. So we got our depth we need. It stayed consistent. We just gotta hope she don't leak now. So let's hop out and check out and see what kind of job we're doing. Look at that. That is nice. That is nice. So you got that compared to this. Oh, loving this thing. Changed up my game plan a little bit. I'm tracking right down the side of it. That seems to be folding that side in real well. And once I get back there, I gotta come back out. So we'll just come down the other side. So that is very minimal mess. Well, I don't see anything crazy yet, do you?
Not yet.
We got us a hose hooked up to our new hose bib we put in. Crank her up, let's see if we got some air.
Jeez, there's a lot of air.
Oh, boy.
You remember that dramatic thing you were looking for earlier? Hey,
Who let you in charge of this? Oh my goodness. I need a rock.
Grab a hold of it. Act like Captain Cleveland and be a fireman.
No, I'm not that patient.
You ready this time? Like for real ready now?
Take two. Let's try this again.
Take two, but I bet you take one stays in. You ready?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Now we got air. I'm gonna take a step back just in case.
Not heavy enough to let her go all the way?
Yeah, let her go.
There it is. And now it gives up on us. Watch that. Oh, there's something.
I think we're gonna be spitting air for a while. We'll be back.
See the other connection.
Yeah. Well, not 100% for sure what's going on the other end. But this end here looks to be good and dry. We're gonna try to steal a little bit of this rock where this trailer used to be. That is a pitiful bucket full. Put around this frost-proof hydrant and we'll get this hole filled in. Think that's enough?
No! Try one more time, why don't you?
It's not very deep. Falls through my teeth.
I said use the big shovel for a reason.
Alright, let me scrape some up. I have to side smack some again and then pick it up. Well, that all tidied up nice and looks pretty good. I think it's time to track this thing back to the other end and check it out. You gonna tell them what you did?
I broke the door. I asked you if I could fit, you said
no.
As long as you can make it. I tried to make it and I didn't make it.
I drove through there twice.
From this direction.
I drove through there twice.
From this direction.
I drove through there twice.
From this direction.
It don't matter which direction you're coming from.
No, I broke the door.
Man behind the scenes is not going to be happy with you.
He'll be all right.
Can't have nothing nice. All right, we're going to the other end. We got a few little things to tidy up on that end, and I think we'll call her. So I'll meet you down there.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, walking my way back out of here. It seems to be laying down real nice. I'm gonna straddle my tracks here a little bit, put pressure on the other side. We get down here around this culvert or something, I may take the bucket, just tap a few things down. But man, I can't complain about how that looks at all. I'm fully aware this is probably not going to work in all ground conditions, and this is probably ideal. It's wet enough, the ground's loose, but dry enough. For the most part, we kept traction the most of the way. But man, I can think of 3 or 4 jobs that I've done in the past that I would have loved to have this thing on. So I'm definitely glad we got it in the arsenal. I don't think you can take a smaller machine and do it. It's about all the 120 wanted to do to drag it through here, you know, 30-something inches deep. If you're going a little bit shallower on some stuff, you can probably do it with a mini excavator or something smaller, but I think you're going to probably want at least this size machine or bigger to go that depth. And again, it's going to kind of depend on what material you're going in, but let's swing around here and see what we got. Man, that looks nice. Look at that. You just barely see the trench up through there, and it's laying down perfectly flat. That is awesome. That is awesome. All right, we finished tracking out, and we'll clean up the other end. All right, before I head over the hill to finish up the last little section, I wanted to get up here and show you guys. You can barely see the line where we plowed up through there. And it is laid down flat. It is tracked in nice. Man, if we were to do this, if we were to even trench this in, you'd have a heck of a mess there in a trench that's gonna settle. I think they'll be able to mow grass here in about a month and a half, 2 months. No problems at all. So we got to head down over the hill. When we get here on the hill, I kind of had to go out and we split the road ditch. The old one's on this side of the ditch. We put the new one on this side of the ditch. So I got a little bit more bucket work there to do some tidying up and stuff. But we're going to head down over the hill. And Matt went to check the other end. He hasn't hollered at me, so I can only assume it's not leaking. We'll go down there and check it, and we'll get the heck out of here. Still need to get my pin diameter size fixed on this bucket. We've been too busy working only 10 a day, but man, I'll tell you what, this SRS bucket is just what the doctor ordered for this 120. This cleanup work like this is where I love that flat bottom on there, because you can pat stuff down, you can kind of slide it around. It keeps everything nice and easy in a grade. Sometimes digging, it's not always your friend, but I find it for universal uses like this, it is the cat's meow. Just about got this upper section done. I don't know if you guys see down through there. Looking pretty sharp. Then we got to go down there and do that intersection where the two roads come together. And then the last thing we'll have to do is right down there at the meter. This damage I'm repairing here is not even from the plow, it's actually from the machine where it kind of dug into the ditch over there a little bit. There's another water leak right there. See how wet that is? Had at least 2 water leaks coming up through here. Hopefully, that's all fixed now. Well guys, there's what the next section looks like. I got up around the corner down on, this is the section where we kind of come right down on the edge of the road. The old water line's on that side of the ditch. New water line is equally spaced on this side of the ditch. Went around the culvert right here. Got the catch basin all put back together. So the only thing we got left to clean up is from here to there. Well, check her out, guys. There it is. It's absolutely amazing. This is the best I can show you the difference between the mess, but check out this, then check out the exact line right there where we stopped digging and started plowing, and just absolute minimal disturbance up through there. Water line is plenty deep. I cannot ask for that to have worked any better. These conditions, man, just absolutely tickled to death. As pleased can be. I think I'm gonna leave the tooth on there for now because I can still occasionally use it for a ripper. And I didn't get it on video, but there was actually a couple rocks up there. So we kind of had to chisel our way through, slowed us down a little bit. We did get through them. I think the tooth played a pretty big part in that as far as me staying in the ground and not riding up over them. But we're gonna park this thing up, call this one a wrap. They got water pressure. Everything seems to be working. No water leaking out of the ground anywhere. Call the wind, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. As always, guys, we'll catch you on the next one.